Imagine stepping through the majestic gate of salutation into Topkapı Palace's shadowy corridors, where whispers of untold wealth echo off the marble walls, and the scent of history hangs heavy in the air. Centuries ago, Sultan Yavuz Selim returned from his Egyptian campaign carrying more than victory. He brought unimaginable riches, gold so dazzling it could blind the unwary. Yet today, treasure hunters armed with metal detectors and drone scans have come away empty-handed. How could such wealth simply vanish? Stick around, hit subscribe, and prepare to be astonished as we unravel the legend of the missing Egyptian gold, a treasure even the most intrepid hunters have failed to unearth. No dusty map or cryptic inscription leads the way. The story begins with conquest and ambition. In 1517, Yavuz Selim's forces swept across Egypt, toppling the Mamluk Sultanate and seizing Cairo's fabled hoard. Chroniclers of the era speak of golden idols, jeweled reliquaries, and bars stamped with the sultanic emblem, all destined to fill the coffers of the sublime port. By the time the caravan reached Constantinople, the capital buzzed with rumors of gold enough to fill entire opulent rooms in Topkapı's treasury. Yet, when the palace doors closed behind the last camel, much of that wealth seemed to evaporate into thin air, like a mirage shimmering over the Bosphorus. Over 500 years have passed, and the question remains, where did it go? Some say Yavuz himself hid the gold, fearing palace intrigue and whispers of rebellion. After all, in the Ottoman world, absolute power could turn murderous in a heartbeat. Imagine hiding a golden chest behind a secret panel in the imperial treasury, then walking away as though nothing happened, only to leave generations of janissaries and viziers scratching their heads. Sound far-fetched, perhaps, but consider this. Topkapı Palace is a labyrinth of hidden chambers and concealed passageways, so cunningly designed that even palace officials admitted defeat. If ever a fortress was built for secrets, this was it. Others believe the Egyptians made off with the loot, using tunnels beneath the Nile to divert part of the treasure before Yavuz's men even set sail. Picture this: camel caravans laden with chests of gold slipping through sand-swept canals in the dead of night, guided by torchlight and the silent prayers of desert saints. Such a heist would take coordination worthy of a Hollywood blockbuster. Yet oral traditions in Upper Egypt still whisper of a convoy disappearing into endless dunes. Could a handful of Bedouin tribespeople outsmart Ottoman guards? Stranger things have happened in history, and that's no tall tale. Meanwhile, a third theory gains traction on the palace's own grounds. The gold never reached the imperial treasury but was spirited away to the palace kitchens, disguised as mundane cooking pots. During a sumptuous feast, cooks and eunuchs, loyal to the pasha they served, may have used false bottom pots to ferry coins into underground storerooms. It sounds like an alchemist's dream, but Ottoman palace kitchens were renowned for their labyrinthine cellars and hidden storerooms, packed with spices, silks, and sacred relics. If kitchen staff could shuttle in jars of saffron and rice, why not gold? It's enough to make you double lock your own cupboards. Fast forward to today, and you'll find modern treasure seekers just as mystified. Armed with ground-penetrating radar and skeptical smiles, they scour the fourth courtyard, the presumed location of the imperial treasury, only to unearth age-old coins, rusted lock mechanisms, and the occasional arrowhead, but no blazing treasure. We found everything from Byzantine pottery to Ottoman muskets, one explorer confessed, but no mountains of gold. For every legend of a secret vault, there's a team of disappointed archaeologists vanishing into the night. Yet the dream persists, and the hunt continues. Could Topkapı's famed Has Oda treasure chamber be the hiding place? Some historians argue that the chamber's walls were reinforced with secret niches large enough to swallow wooden crates of bullion. Imagine a hidden door disguised as an ornate tile, clicking open to reveal a hollow space that could hold enough gold to sink half a dozen ships. The chamber's vaulting, reinforced with thick stone, could muffle the clinking of coins. Yet every time restorers peel back layers of paint and plaster, they find only remnants of palace repairs, not gold bars. Still, the oblivion of a hidden niche remains tantalizing. But perhaps the key is not in the palace itself, but in the corridors that link it to the Sea of Marmara. Ottoman architects were masters of secret passages, escape routes for sultans, and protected conduits for valuables. Some claim a submerged tunnel runs from Topkapı's gates to a cove on the shore, enabling shipments of gold to slip away by boat under the cover of darkness. If true, today's treasure hunters would need diving gear, map charts, and a healthy dose of courage. Yet underwater surveys have turned up nothing but sand and seaweed. Maybe the tunnel is sealed, or the treasure moved centuries ago, leaving the passage a ghostly echo of a golden past. Beyond speculation, the legend of Yavuz's gold morphed into political cartomancy. Palace rivals would accuse each other of secret stashes, conjuring images of coffers brimming with unimaginable wealth. Viziers once blackmailed colleagues with threats of revealing hidden caches, a potent weapon in the cutthroat world of imperial politics. In one rare memoir, a disgraced official boasted he alone knew the location of a vault filled with 20,000 gold coins, yet before he could reveal it, he vanished under mysterious circumstances. No body, no confession, no treasure, just another unanswered question smeared across the palace walls. Yet the story truly exploded when, in the 19th century, European diplomats stationed in Istanbul began circulating rumors about colossal wealth hidden beneath the imperial kitchens. British and French envoys, armed with palace gossip, published sensational accounts in their home newspapers, sparking public fever. Treasure hunters from Cairo to Paris fantasized about a single bar of Egyptian gold fetching a king's ransom in London's markets. At dinner parties, aristocrats quaffed wine and debated the treasure's fate. The hype reached such heights that even Ottoman reformers had to publicly deny any knowledge of missing gold, lest the empire's reputation crumble. In recent decades, academics turned to archival research, poring over dusty ledgers and dispatches from Yavuz's court, hoping to trace each gold shipment. They discovered entry logs indicating sacks marked Musir Hazinesi, Egyptian treasury, arriving at the palace docks. Yet subsequent entries for the same volume are conspicuously blank. It's as if cartographers drew the route to the treasury, then stopped drawing altogether. Some scholars suggest those omissions were deliberate, a bureaucratic smokescreen to cloak the gold's final resting place. If so, the best clue might lie in the ledger's blank pages. Family oral histories among descendants of palace eunuchs occasionally surface, claiming forbidden access to hidden chambers. One elderly storyteller recalls his grandmother describing a golden bridge beneath the fourth courtyard, accessible only through a trapdoor in the library's marble floor. The bridge was said to be so narrow that only one man at a time could pass, clutching a single chest of gold. These stories, passed from hushed lips to curious ears, may be nothing more than faint echoes of long-lost secrets, or cryptic breadcrumbs leading to the ultimate prize. Meanwhile, local fishermen off the palace's shoreline swear they've brought up fragments of ancient coins in their nets, battered by the currents yet unmistakably Ottoman. Some coins bear Yavuz's seal, others are stamped with the emblem of Mamluk sultans. The fishermen sell these finds at bazaars for a few lira apiece, each sale fueling fresh rumors. A handful of coins here, a broken chain there, small pieces of a puzzle that could point to a sunken shipment. If only someone could piece them together before they disappear into private collections. Of course, any serious attempt to unearth this treasure faces more than just cryptic legends and shaky maps. Topkapı Palace is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Digging through its floors without permission risks international scandal. Even the most well-funded expeditions have to settle for ground-penetrating radar scans, which often reveal nothing but subterranean bedrock and the occasional sewer line. The palace's status as a living museum housing priceless relics makes it unlikely authorities will grant permission for intrusive exploration anytime soon. Still, the lure of Yavuz's gold transcends archaeology. It's a cultural touchstone that taps into a universal fascination with lost treasure. From the pirates of the Caribbean to the Knights Templar myths, humanity loves a good treasure hunt. The Ottoman variant, mixing conquest, religion, palace intrigue, and secret tunnels, offers a uniquely exotic twist. It's no wonder that fiction writers have seized upon the legend, weaving tales of modern-day adventurers clashing with shadowy palace guardians in moonlit courtyards. Amid all this, we must ask, does the hunt for treasure blind us to the real treasures of history? Every ruined map and whispered rumor distracts from the palace's true wonders. Its architecture, its gardens, its archives of priceless manuscripts. Yet, perhaps that distraction is part of the magic. Even as we chase gold, we engage with the past in a visceral, almost tactile way. The legend draws us in, but the palace itself keeps us there, reminding us that history's greatest riches aren't always measured in carats. Whether Yavuz's Egyptian gold sleeps in hidden vaults, flows in forgotten waterways, or has long since been melted down and dispersed, the story ends the same way it began, with mystery. Treasure hunters may give up, maps may prove false, and legends may fade, but the allure of the lost gold of Topkapı Palace endures. And as long as humans yearn for discovery, that allure will remain undiminished. So here's the final question for you. If you had the chance to search for Yavuz's lost treasure, would you venture into Topkapı's secret passages, or would you be content with the palace's stories alone? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed our journey into the unknown, and subscribe for more epic quests through history's greatest mysteries. After all, some treasures are found not in chests of gold, but in the stories that outlive empires.